What is up, car addicts? In this video, we'll be talking about this week's Triple Money Event Week as well as the property and vehicle discounts. This event week is for May 9th through May 15th, 2024, and is themed around yachts and boats this week, which is pretty interesting. So the current prize ride for this week is the Vapid GB200. It's primarily based on the legendary Ford RS200 and has a normal price of about $900,000. To get it for free this week, you have to get first place in an LS Carmade Series race for only 2 days in a row, so very easy this week. In regards to performance, it's in the sports class and is sadly a below average performing vehicle in that class, and the main reason for that is because this car unfortunately does have these slow handling flags, which makes it go slower over bumps. And for a car that's basically a rally car, it's even worse off-road when you're being slowed down by the off-road speed loss and the slow handling flags over the bumps on top of that. But if we look at the car itself, it still has fantastic detail both inside and out. The engine bay, great customization, a pretty good exhaust note, and even handles pretty great as well, all things considering. It's a shame because this car was almost perfect and it was ruined by those stupid handling flags, which Rockstar refuses to remove from cars for some reason that have them. But anyways, continuing to the test ride vehicles for this week, we have the Verlier, the Paragon, and the Locust as well. And all three of these are Move website vehicles, so make sure to pick them up this week if you don't already own them. And for current gen console users, we have the Arbiter GT as the HSW test ride vehicle for this week. Continuing to the casino podium vehicle, we have the Anis Euros. This one is primarily based on the Nissan 370Z and has a normal price of about $1.8 million and a trade price of about $1.3 million. This one's in the sports class and is a mid-tier performing vehicle in that class. However, it does offer some great customization being a tuner's DLC car and it's pretty fun to drive as well. I think it's definitely worth trying to win this week. In terms of the dealership cars for this week, on luxury autos we have the Omaggio and the Dominator GT. Continuing to Simeons, we have the Swinger, the Viceris, the Warner, Bifta, and the Batty 801RR as well. And all of these are a Move website vehicles, so definitely make sure to pick them up this week if you don't already own them. Moving on to the discounts, in terms of property discounts, we don't really have any properties on sale. However, we do have 30% off the yachts and upgrades for them as well. Also, we have 30% off the sonar upgrade for the Kasaka, which is pretty random, and 30% off the Avisa submarine upgrade for it as well. Continuing to the vehicle discounts, starting off with the test ride area, we have 30% off the Locust, which again is a Move website car. This one's in a sports class and is a below average performing vehicle in that class around most tracks, which is a shame considering the way this car looks. And it unfortunately just has pretty normal sports car handling. The customization is pretty decent, but honestly I'm not too much of a fan of this car overall. Next up onto Simeons, we have 30% off the Swinger, which again is a Move website car. This one's in a sports classics class and is actually very quick, being in top 10 around most tracks. And the crazy thing is that it does this while having slow handling flags, which is pretty impressive. So imagine how quick this thing would be without those handling flags. And it's a shame because it's actually pretty fun to drive on some flatter roads and it has some decent customization as well. Honestly, I think it's still kind of worth it even with the handling flags. That's really the only bad thing about it. Moving on to Legendary Motorsport website, we have 40% off the Torero XO. This one's of a supercar class and is a top 15 performing car in the class depending on the track. And with HSW turned off, this car can actually put up a really good fight in certain sun races and stuff. Plus it offers some great customization, is a ton of fun to drive as well. Highly recommend this one, especially for this price. I think it's a fantastic deal. Next up, we have 40% off the Furia. So this one's in the supercar class and is an above average performing car in that class. Although personally, I've always felt it's a bit of a strange looking car, but it does have some pretty good customization, so there's that. Next up, onto the Doctees website, we have 30% off the Longfin boat. This is the fastest boat in the game with a top speed of 122 miles per hour, which is insane. That rivals most supercars, pretty crazy. Plus, we also have 30% off some other boats, which are the Toro, the Speeder, the Marquis, and the Jetmax as well. Again, this week Rockstar really wanted to focus on boats for some reason. Very strange. Anyway, moving along to the gun van, we have the following weapons available this week, and 30% off the battle axe as well. Continuing to triple money, we have triple money NRP on the adversary mode extraction. Moving on to double money, we have double money NRP on the yacht missions, and hidden caches as well. And that's sadly the only bonus money opportunities for this week, which is a real shame. However, peyote plants are back, so I guess there's that. In regards to the weekly challenge this week, if you complete 3 yacht missions, you'll receive 100,000. But also this week, you'll also get a bonus of 100,000 deposited into your GTA account within 72 hours for just completing 1 yacht mission as well. So that's up to 200,000 in bonus money you can get this week. Continuing to the weekly vehicle robberies from the Salvage Yard business, again, these only change once per event week. We have the Podium robbery with the Autark, the McTony robbery with the Jester Classic, and the Cargo Ship robbery with the Hellion. However, none of these are claimable this week. We should be getting our next one sometime next month. And lastly, for the time trials, this week's normal time trial is Calafia Way. I highly recommend a quick bike for this one. For the premium race, we have the Sports Classics Race Crossing Paths. I highly recommend the Turismo Classic, Cheetah Classic, or Retinue Mark II for this race. And if you're on current gen, I highly recommend using the HSW Sterling GT or the HSW Turismo Classic. And lastly, for current gen console users, the HSW time trial is Sandy Shores. As always, the HSW Hakachu Drag will be the best one for these. In terms of my vehicle discount pick of the week, I'm going to have to go with the Torero XO. At 40% off, I think it's a great deal on a genuinely really good overall supercar that offers great customization, performance, styling, and a great driving experience as well. Anyways guys, overall this event week I would say is below average. Not the best vehicles on sale, and the bonus money is extremely lackluster. So with that, I'd give this week a solid 4 out of 10. But as always, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Also guys, remember that we do have the summer DLC releasing soon. Now, Rockstar hasn't given us an exact date yet. Some of you guys have been asking me. At the time of this recording, we currently don't have an official release date for the update. I'm sure we're going to get something in the coming weeks. Typically, Rockstar kind of indirectly confirms it with the date that the GTA Plus benefits end. So typically, obviously, DLCs release on Tuesdays, and they'll typically move the normal ending date of GTA Plus benefits to a Monday to kind of coincide with that. But unfortunately, the GTA Plus benefits for May, they do end on June 5th, which is sadly a Wednesday. So that pretty much rules out the month of June for the DLC to release. So most likely it's going to release in July. Now there's still a possibility Rockstar could change the date for the GTA Plus benefits and push it maybe to like the June 3rd instead of the 5th. It's still possible, but at the time of this recording, that's what they have it set at. So I would probably expect July at this point. But anyways, again guys, thanks again for watching. Hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.